What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. Most of you guys know that I have recently put up skirting around my tiny house. I had some friends help me, and it is starting to be more cold weather. We want to get out there and stain it and seal that skirting as soon as we can so that the weather doesn't damage that skirting. I do have 5 packets of that weathering stain left. We are going to be using maybe 6 to 8 cups of water per each of those packs to make sure that all of this stain lasts around the entire tiny house skirting. We're gonna go out there, I'm gonna mix it up right now and do all the way around the tiny house on the skirting. I have caulk and spray paint coming in that is brown to cover some of the areas that couldn't get covered with wood. So we're going to be doing that when those come in. I mixed up 1 packet of this weathering stain with 8 cups of water. So this is going to last us a while, but I do have 4 more packs. You can tell that it still is going to stain, just maybe a little bit lighter, which is okay. I'm still just trying to get the weathered rustic look. This is the skirting we're going to be staining. I'm going to start on this end over here and work my way this way, just because it seems like an easy long stretch to work on. If you can see the color of the house, that has already been stained with this weathering stain, as well as that hitch cover. And the tiny house deck has also been stained with this weathering stain. And as you can see, it just gives that weathered look. All the colors are basically different, but it does match the tiny house, and that's what we're going for with the skirting. Now, even though some of these pieces are yellow and some are gray, I'm gonna like the contrast in that because it's gonna look a little bit different than the house, but I'm thinking that this weathering stain is gonna take to the different color woods differently, so we're just going to see what it looks like afterwards. I don't know if I've ever told you guys this, but I absolutely love painting. We have one side done. In the rest of the other staining videos, that the stain isn't going to really come through until that clear sealant is on. Remember, we used 8 cups of water. There's so much left. We did do this whole side with just that little amount of liquid. I'm going to move around to this side, do under here, and then we'll move to the front. this part done. Now I want to mention that this is a door that opens, and we could not put a piece of wood in that section right there because the door wouldn't open. So what I'm going to be doing is basically spray painting that brown, basically to match the stain and to hide the house wrap. That's the stuff that's on order. I'll be doing that when that comes in. Moving over to the other wheel well, and quite honestly, we might finish this whole job with that one packet, which was 8 cups of water. It seems to be going really quick, and all we have is this section right here and the back, which is not much at all either. I actually think we're gonna get it all done, which means we have 4 packets of that stain left, and we could use it on other projects. are done staining. Look at how much liquid we have left. There's quite a bit in there, and you can save it as long as there is a non-metallic canister that you keep it in. I don't know, maybe I keep it in a plastic container or a glass container, but it says it can save for, I think, a good 3 months after it's already mixed up. So I think I'm gonna save it. I'll put a date on it and see if we could use it for maybe projects, other wood projects, because I've got a lot of scrap lumber that I could use for projects. Let's take a look at the skirting. If you notice, I did this first, and as I went around, it dried. So this is what I did last, and that's the difference. When I do put that sealant on, it's going to look more like the tiny house. So we're just gonna wait for that to dry and show you that there's not much of a difference. It does darken over time, that's what the directions say. It also takes some time to dry. I think it looks pretty good. I think it matches the tiny house pretty well. All of it goes well together. It's like all the rustic look, so I'm digging it. That was staining my skirting. You guys have seen a lot of my other staining and sealing videos, so you know probably how this one is going to turn out. And quite honestly, I feel that staining the skirting was a lot easier than staining the deck. I didn't have to work with 4 sides of the wood that I had to cover because most of it was showing. So I only had to work on the facing of a couple hundred vertical boards. That was a lot easier. This one little bag can be mixed with 1 to 8 cups of water, depending on what shade you want, and it also turns every wood that you put it on a different shade. So it depends on what type of wood you're using. It will turn it into a weathering stain shade for that type of wood. And the next thing on the list is to seal the tiny house. We're going to be using Thompson's water seal again, but that is for another video. If you guys liked this video, please give it a big thumbs up, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button below and click the notifications bell so you can receive a notification every time I post a new video, which is every Sunday. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. What?